Human music. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Human music. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Human music. I like it. I like it. music. I like it. I like it. I like it.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Guess what? Guess what, my friends? It's another Monday. It's March 5th. So you know what that means. Monday night, 8 o'clock Eastern. Time for Rhev's Palaver. And this week, I'm joined by the wonderful, the fantastic, the ever so joyful ReignUnleashed. How's it going, Reign?
It's going, man. It's going.
Okay, yeah, I let chat know I was getting reports that my audio was off, but not my microphone, but like the desktop audio. So I'm sure chat will let me know if your voice isn't coming through in sync with the video. Reign, I'm glad to finally have you. I've known you for several months here on Twitch, right?
Yeah. I think it's probably 4 or 5 months at least, if not a little bit more.
Okay. There is a delay. So I'm guessing, hang on just 1 second, and I apologize. I'm so sorry to everyone. This is something that I've been dealing with, and it appears to be an issue that happens not with any of my settings, but just like random internet lag. So they're saying there's a delay. I'm going to try setting this to 700 milliseconds, and we'll see if that fixes it. Reign, can you just tell people who you are, and we'll see if that fixed the delay. So who is ReignUnleashed for people who haven't gotten to know you yet in the Proper Nerds Discord?
I'm just an average Joe who likes to play games. I like to socialize, make friends. I like to troll my friends and roast them. But yeah, I'm just me.
Let me ask you a question. Did you and I meet through Myrisburg?
Actually, no.
Okay.
I mean, yes, I know Myrisburg, but we actually met because when I was early on in streaming, I actually got recommended by the person who got me into streaming, which I'm going to say, hi, Satoshi Phoenix. The one that got me into it. Got to give him the big ups for that.
Whoop, whoop.
Basically, he told me, I was asking questions. How should I, present myself? Because I'm quite kind of an oddball. And so, he was like, get out there, network, socialize, see how other streamers do it. And then I was just bouncing channels one day, and I saw you doing some artwork, and I do my own graphic work as well. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to check this guy out. And then Myris popped in, and it just kind of, went from there.
Yeah. I recall, I think you were like, hey, what would it take for you to make me an overlay? I'm like, just ask. And you're like, okay, can you make me something for World of Warcraft? And I'm like, sure. And I guess you're still using that overlay even?
Yeah, I mean, my past 2 World of Warcraft streams, I haven't used it, but that's simply because, I just transferred them into the computer, so I'm trying to find where I stored the files. But I still do use it. I still love it, and it's actually really good overlay. And if you guys are wondering, that was my wife that just walked behind me and sat down beside me.
And we saw your daughter in the background a minute ago.
Sky too.
Oh, you did?
Fighting Sky.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna have her sitting here in my lap here in a little bit.
Well, it's great. We love family, right? Because that's
Sky, not me.
that's what I mean. That's what really streaming's about, right? It's about incorporating.
Yes, I know you love it.
It's about incorporating a hobby
Diana,
into
no.
your life. So you know,
What?
family life is obviously very important, and then incorporating it into, you know.
I can honestly say in my household, gaming is basically our hobby. It's, you know, basically what we do to let loose, to get out of real life, to have fun, and to just basically escape life. And I've actually noticed my daughter, she's starting to pick up on that. She'll actually sit here in the chair beside me and be like, I want to watch you play, Daddy. And she'll literally sit there. Just watching my monitor. And if I'm playing on Xbox, we actually have a little PC controller that it's not plugged in. It doesn't do anything. She doesn't know this, but she will sit there and just smash buttons on it like she's playing when I'm playing the game.
Yes, it's echoing. That's actually a critical learning skill for children. Oh my God! Wait, I'm gonna stop before I go full on teacher mode. I'm sorry. You know, I used to be a preschool special ed teacher, preschool level, right?
Yes, you've told me.
Yeah, so all of a sudden I'm like, well, yes, Piaget stages of development. I'm going to cut that off right now. I'll stop that noise. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, it's really fantastic. And especially when you can raise your kids to appreciate the hobbies that you appreciate. They see you gaining enjoyment out of an activity, and then they mimic that.
Yeah, especially when she's at that stage that I'm not proud of this, but I need to learn to watch my mouth. Because I was sitting here talking with Jet Black Scarab just a little bit ago on Discord, and was talking about a little program to help with the audio noises, canceling out backgrounds and stuff like that. And I forget what it was, but I just well, you know, my response would be was just, F it. And she in the background repeated it 3 times. And I'm just sitting here with this face. My wife just sitting there smiling, laughing, looking at me. And I just quickly, that's a daddy word. You can't say daddy words.
Yeah, but I'm guessing just based on the 12 to 15 pixels I saw of her in the background, she looks like she's about 3 years old, right?
She is.
She's not going to understand daddy words and words she can't say. It's all just echoing and learning by mimicking at that point, unfortunately. You know. Yeah. Oh my goodness, she ran right in.
Come here. Come here. This is my world, everybody.
Hello.
Say hi.
Hi.
That's my buddy Rhev. Look. Is that you and Daddy?
She knows.
Hey, put this down. Wave to Rhev.
Hi.
Say hi to everybody.
I hope everyone in chat can say hi. What's her name? Sky?
Sky. S-K-Y-E.
Everyone say hi to Sky.
Your camera is goofing up.
My camera's goofing up again. Well, you look great on this end. Sky looks great. So we're going to just keep rolling. We have been having a little bit of technical issues, so I apologize for that. If you can't get her to say please and thank you, but the instant you say fuck. Yeah. Yeah. You can tell Sky a bunch of people are saying hello to her on the internet.
The way I see it, yeah, I might have my own little potty mouth, but when she actually gets into school, she's actually going to be getting into and introduced to things that when she comes home, I'm going to be like, excuse me? I don't even cuss like that. And the reason I know this is because when I was in school, I come home and got that response.
Yeah.
That made me laugh.
You made me laugh.
Did that make you laugh?
To ask Sky what her favorite video game is that Daddy plays.
Hey, what is your favorite video game that Daddy plays? Is it the card game or the shooting game or the spaceship game? The shooting game.
The shooting game. Yeah. It's understandable. Probably a lot of colors and explosions and lights.
Especially when you get that headshot and the head just explodes everywhere.
Can I ask you a favor, ReignUnleashed? I'm going to call you Reign. Can I ask you a favor?
Yeah.
Ask Sky if she can say pink mist.
Can you say pink mist?
Oh. Yes! Yay! Yay! Good job, Sky. Sky is going to be a born video game player. Yeah.
This one right here. When I'm too old for video games and I can't hold the controller no more or push the key on the keyboard, she's going to take over for me.
There you go. She's going to be like 360 no scope, learn to play, get good, noob.
No, she's going to be like, no scope at all, get good.
Yeah. Oh, she is just adorable. And she looks like she's just so full of energy and enthusiasm. I wish I was as awake and energetic right now as she looks.
I'm telling you right now, we've had her, when we first moved where we're at right now, we went to the post office, you know, to get the forms to be able to change.
You can get a child at the post office?
No. No. What it is that we went there to get the forms to be able to change our address to the address that we're at now. And there was a lady in the background just watching Sky because Sky was literally going everywhere. If she had spider hairs on her skin, she would have literally been crawling the walls a lot better than Spider-Man. But she turns, we're, you know, talking to her about it, talking about her energy, and she just makes the comment that, don't you wish you could bottle that energy up?
Right?
Yes, if we could bottle that energy up, there'd be no more financial burdens at all.
Dude, I went and got my hair cut today, and as I was sitting at the as I was sitting in the barber salon, the guy that was in the chair, he had his 3-year-old son was sitting in the waiting area too, and it's just one room, so it's not like the dad was 10 feet away, no big deal, and the kid is just he's being a 3-year-old boy. He's just being a 3-year-old. He's not doing anything bad. He's not doing anything wrong, but he's got these planes. He's and he's like talking to each other and just like running in little circles, and like he wasn't doing anything bad at all,
Yeah.
But I'm just looking over at that, and I'm like, God, that's like as much energy as I will use all day. That kid is using in 20 minutes. You know what I mean? And when the dad got done with his, haircut, he came over and he goes to me, he collected his son, and he kind of goes, "Oh, I'm sorry if he bothered you." I go, He didn't bother me. He was being a 3-year-old. It's fine, That's fine. He's doing what 3-year-olds do." Ekifatum says, "I'd argue that it's not the energy that he gets lost, but the ambition to explore." Yeah, that's a point.
That's actually accurate too. Though I do have to, agree, it is also the ambition to explore because she is curious about everything. Like when I got this new computer, she was sitting right there wanting to know what each wire was, what it was doing, what this was, what that was.
Yeah.
I mean, one little game that me and her have, and this actually helps her. We use like just plain old bottles of water, and we get the little flavor packs, and we put the flavor packs in it. Every time I do it, we play the color game.
Which is?
I'll shake it up, put the packet in, I'll be like, what color is this? And most of the time, she'll actually call it out. I mean, like, she's got a little truck we bought her. It's just a little cheap old thing, but it's got like a green base, a red cab, a yellow dumpster, and black wheels. And today I was sitting here trying to teach her how to say, okay, well, it's green and red and yellow and black. And rather than her just going, oh, it's green.
Hey,
You're gonna steal the show.
Sky, what color is this? What color
is that?
Right here. What is this?
What color is that he's pointing at?
I don't know.
It's green.
It's green.
Green?
Yeah,
Why?
green.
Hey, what color is Daddy's shirt?
What color is Sky's
What color is your shirt?
Blue. Oh,
It's blue?
She's so good. She's ready for pre-K. She is ready.
Yellow.
Say 1,
2,
3,
4,
5,
5, 6,
7,
8,
9.
9,
What's
10.
10!
There you go.
Yay! So let me ask you, Rain. I know that you play World of Warcraft, right?
Yes.
Is that primarily what you stream?
No. Final Fantasy, Oxygen not included. Ghost Recon Wildlands, The Division, World of Warcraft, and then I've got a whole slew of other games that I just have not streamed yet that I'm going to. Including starting this weekend, I'm going to be doing a 24-hour stream
Ooh.
of Fallout 4, 4K graphics, pure survival from minute 1. So if you really want to see me die a lot, that's how you do it.
Lord Volk chimes in chat and says, I remember the days when I thought I would stream WoW. Boy, was I mistaken. Now, I got to ask, what time are you starting your stream, your 24-hour stream?
I'm actually going to try and start around 12 o'clock Friday.
Ooh, okay.
12 o'clock in the afternoon.
So your stream, if you go the full 24 hours, when you're done, you can host right into me and on Saturday, this coming Saturday, I'm doing Rev's Streamathon Madness. I'm starting
Yeah, I
at
know.
10
In fact, you saying that today actually got a kick out of me.
Yeah, I'm starting at 10 o'clock on Saturday, so if you go till noon on Saturday, boom, look at that. People can go almost the whole weekend without even having to go more than 2 or 3 channels. Easy.
Yep. I mean, I still have to learn, how to throw someone a host, to throw someone a raid. Really?
She is
Really?
excited.
Really? You know what? Are you done? Not yet. All right. Go watch Paw Patrol.
Jet Black Scarab describes it perfectly. He says, the bottle of soda has been shaken up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, why don't you sing everybody a song?
My book? My book song?
No, sing on Jingle Bells. It ain't Christmas. No? What about Old MacDonald?
You sing.
No, you have to sing. I don't want to make people's ears bleed.
No. You don't say.
What about row your boat?
No.
No?
Fine. I die. Have a geek.
E-I-E-I-O.
I got cock.
We're still working on it. E-I-E-I-O.
And on that farm, he had a cow.
Yep.
Quack, quack.
Quack.
What's the duck say?
Quack, quack.
What's the cow say?
Moo, moo, moo.
What's the dog say?
Woof, woof, woof.
What's the cat say?
Yeah.
What's the sheep say?
Ba, 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 here.
One thing my friend Lassane has taught me is that sheep say ba, but goats go meh.
Yep.
There you go. So that's an important distinction that needs to be made.
Yep. Of course, I could do everybody's kryptonite and teach her what the fox says.
Oh, please, for the love of God, please do that. I want nothing more in this life than I want to hear you say you're going to teach her what does the fox say. You saying that would make me happier than my next breath.
Guy, I'm going to teach you what the fox says.
Why? Look.
You know how I showed you my chair and I showed you my chair a minute ago?
Honey, find the fox. I know, but I want to show him.
Rain. So
Yes.
you know I showed you my chair, and I showed you it was a red chair, but I just put a green T-shirt over it for chroma key. Let
Yeah.
me show you what this green T-shirt is here. Actually, hang on a second. You'll enjoy this. One moment, please. One moment.
I think I've seen you wearing that shirt one day.
Oh my goodness. Well, then it won't be as big a surprise to you, but now I have to show everyone that might be watching at home. I don't know how well that's going to show up with the green screen, but the dog says bark, the cat says meow,
What's that?
and the fox says ring a ding 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 ding.
What's on his shirt?
I have a what does the fox say T-shirt.
I love it. I want it.
Yeah.
When you gonna mail it to me?
I mean, it's pretty beat up. You don't know. Oh my God, I'm invisible. Where did I go? Sorry.
Where'd he go?
Here I am.
There he is.
AKA an invisibility cloak. Just to inform everyone, Rain has a webcam that really doesn't have much programming to it, but lighting and such is a bit out of control. Yeah, it happens. Adorable. Does the fox have a name?
No, but if it had batteries in it, you can see the little switch right there.
Right.
It would actually dance and play the song.
Oh.
What does the fox say?
That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
I have detected a new follower for the channel.
Thank you very much to Doublematic for the follow. Much appreciated. Yeah, so getting back to the video games, since we kind of want people to follow you at twitch.tv/ReignUnleashed, which they can see, you know, right there under your face, and actually more under Sky's face, but that's okay. So when you play World of Warcraft, because Born Vault brought up World of Warcraft, what do you stream? Raid content, PvP, PvE groups?
Everything but PvP.
Everything but PvP. Why is that?
Because I'm one of those people. Well, let's just put it this way: whenever you look up a game like World of Warcraft that has PvP content into it, you look up a stream. What do you see? You see player versus player, or raid this, raid that. You don't see the entirety of the game. So let's say that someone's looking up a stream to see what a game is like, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like just here recently, in World of Warcraft, they changed it so that even at level 1, when you hit level 2, all the enemies in the world become level 2.
Really? They did instant
enemies-
zoning
Yeah,
across the
they've
entire
got
game?
World scale, like Elwyn Forest, it can go from level 1, I think, to level 20 now. As soon as you hit 58 on a character, you know, you'd have to go to Outlands, Burning Crusade content. Now you can go straight to Lich King or Miss of Pandoria.
That's pretty cool, because I got to tell you, I played from actually alpha. I was in the alpha before they did open beta. Until
So you were in
Pandaria.
2003, 2004 testing like I was.
What's that?
You were into 2003, 2004 early
Well,
testing.
what it was my guild in EverQuest was the #1 guild on the server. So when they started trying to test the game out,
Go play.
they went and they looked for the top guilds in EverQuest and said, "We want you to come help us test this new game." So my guild leader was like, "No one's going to do that. That's ridiculous. We play EverQuest. We don't want to play some froofy World of Warcraft game." But a lot of people in our guild were like, "No, we'll try it out." And so we went in and and I knew instantly, I'm like, well, I'm not going to be playing EverQuest anymore. I'm playing this. Anyways, I played until Pandaria, and then I quit. I didn't like Pandaria at all. And after Cataclysm, which was also terrible, I quit playing for about a year and a half, and then I came back for about 8 months of Warlords of Draenor, and then I quit again in no, not the Burning Legion. What's the one that just happened? What's the current expansion?
Legion.
Legion, thank you. And I played for about a year in Legion, and then that's it. I was done.
Man.
But one of the things I loved in Legion was that you could go to any zone. It didn't matter. The enemy scaled with you. And dude,
Which is exactly how it is now throughout the game.
I leveled so many fucking characters over the however long I played it. I can't tell you how much I hate Burning Crusade now. Just because, like, you know, I've done it so much.
Oh, you can bypass it completely now.
Oh.
But if it says anything, I've played WoW for over 13, 14 years. But, I mean, you know, back to what we were saying, I stream the entirety of it, not just this portion or that portion or this portion, because if someone, granted it's an old game, but there's still people, you know, coming to it today. If someone's looking up the gameplay, they're going to look at it and they're going to be like, oh, well, this is in-game content, but how does the progression go? And if I'm streaming it, you're going to be able to see the progression. You're going to be able to see the difficulty that they now have in the dungeons, or how you can go from this zone to that zone and continue leveling up without having to go, oh, well, I don't like this right here, so, but we have to do it anyway. Now you can go to places that you do like, you know, things like that.
I know one person who streamed World of Warcraft and actually made it interesting. And I don't want to say his name because we had a falling out and he's a dick. But I can't. He just, and he's, I think honestly, there's something wrong with his head. But he made it interesting.
You sure it's not me?
I'm sure it's not you. Believe me, you're weird in the good way. This guy was weird in the, like, all of a sudden one day he decides he doesn't like the way you raise your eyebrow and he hates you now, kind of way.
I've dealt with people like that.
Yeah, so
believe me, I can understand the falling out.
This guy did it kind of interesting. What he was doing is he was leveling every character alliance side, so every class 10 levels at a time, and as soon as he would hit that 10th level, he would switch to the next class. And he was doing it with no boosts, no heirlooms, no nothing, right? It was just...
You're about to witness firsthand what I was talking about earlier.
Let's see what this is. Here we go, fam. It's the color game.
Yep, it's the color game. Sorry, the job of a parent never stops, even when you're streaming. What color is it?
Orange.
Orange.
Now, does she get to drink that now? Or is that for Daddy?
No, it's for Daddy.
Okay.
Pop. No.
What's up?
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Well,
That's another...
You've got an adorable child there. Let me ask you this: so you said the job of being a parent never stops even when you're streaming. How do you find that being a husband, a father, etc., affects your streaming when you do go live on Twitch?
Well, there's several people in here. They've actually caught my stream when I was live. And at the same time that I was streaming, I had to be a husband or I had to be a father. And they've heard it. I mean, it can be very disruptive. There was one point where I literally just cut the stream because Sky was just acting up so bad. But, I mean, it can be disruptive at other times. Like, you know, you just saw her in my lap. She was sitting here. She can actually be beneficial to it. Mm-hmm. And so, I mean, it can be hard. I mean, like, when I've got a schedule, which I actually need to change that up some because of my wife's new work schedule, I try and stream within a certain window. But if I don't stream and I've got, you know, got that schedule there that I would be streaming, this is why.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I think a lot of people, I mean, I can only speak for myself, but I think a lot of people probably feel the same way. You know, there's an understanding that if you're watching someone and there's a
She wants me to show this to everybody.
Oh, Paw Patrol, huh?
Yes, it's Rubble. Okay, everybody's been showed.
Okay.
Now go watch Rubble.
Well, now we all have seen it. Is that her favorite movie?
She loves Paw Patrol. In fact, she can actually say her name because she identified with the puppy Sky in Paw Patrol.
That's great.
She's batshit crazy over Everest and Sky. So
Grommy chimes in from chat. He says, hey, Paw Patrol is awesome. So there you go.
yes, it is. Yes, it is. Paw Patrol is very awesome. And quite honestly, I don't mind her watching, even though, you know, it's not the typical shows I want her to be watching where it has like shapes and colors and numbers and so on, like Team Umizoomi or the PBS shows. But Paw Patrol, it does still teach you things. It teaches you, you know, respect. It teaches you to be empathetic of others. Sympathetic, that's the word I'm looking for. You know, it teaches you right from wrong. It teaches you, oh, this is good, this is bad. And community service, as my wife just piped up and said. Plus, I mean, it teaches you that sometimes people need help, and if you can help them, to help them.
Yeah. Hey, I've got a really random question, but it's one that I want to know because it's bugging me. Now, I don't think that the way I've got the screen cropped, the people at home can see that, but behind your right shoulder there, is that a Sony Vega TV? Yeah, is that a Sony Vega?
No.
Oh. I was going to say, my wife and I used to have like a 38-inch Sony Vega TV, and those aren't flat screen. The screen itself was flat. Oh, you don't, yeah, okay, I can see now. I can only see the one side, and just the way it was angled, it looked like it maybe was.
No, it's just the LG flat screen.
My wife and I, when we decided to get rid of this bastard, this thing had to weigh 500 pounds easily. It was so heavy. It was unbelievable.
Oh, are you talking about the ones where they're like this freaking wide and about that freaking thick?
Yeah.
And stand about yay freaking tall, and it looks like they got the freaking Great Pyramids on to the back of it.
Dude, and it was a great TV, so don't misunderstand me, but oh my God, dude.
I know the TV you're talking about. I love those things.
It was insanely heavy. When we couldn't give it away. Like, we put it on Craigslist. It was on Craigslist for months, just free. Come and get it. It's a 38-inch flat screen, but not flat panel. Not LCD. It was a CRT. Oh my God, dude, we couldn't get rid of it. I can't remember who finally came and got it, because we put right in there, like, you have to come and get it, and you're going to need minimum 2 strong men to carry this out. So be ready.
That's why you had a hard time getting rid of it.
It was insane. Like we just couldn't get rid of it. And it was funny too, because when I bought it,
I'm gonna detour right quick.
I bought it on Craigslist for like $30. So
wow.
Yeah, because that guy just wanted to get rid of it, you know?
I'm gonna do a quick detour right quick. I want to know how many people currently watching have seen my glasses and are like, well, that's odd glasses.
Well, I just figured they were anti-glare glasses.
They're actually, I wanted a pair of glasses because I have to wear glasses full time. I wanted a pair of glasses that would wrap to my head, so I wouldn't have, you know, a gap down here and a gap up here. But also at the same time, I wanted to have it so that I wouldn't have to change out glasses for a pair of prescription shades. Mm-hmm. So
they're those transition lenses, huh?
Yep.
All right. See, you know what's funny? I always liked glasses where I could look down and not, like, I could see underneath them, because I'm nearsighted. So I always say I can see the ends of my fingertips. If I stretch my arm out, I can see the ends of my fingertips just fine. So a lot of times when I'm reading, I'm holding the book down here and I'm just looking under my glasses. Mm-hmm. But with getting into streaming, I had to get new glasses. Actually, it was on a Drinking with Friends stream with a bunch of people in the Proper Nerds, and I broke my glasses right on screen. Like, oh, wow. During the stream. So when I went and got new ones, I said, you know what? I'd like to get ones that are a little wider, because I'm constantly looking, you know, over to the left to read chat, you know? I'm constantly looking over here to look at, you know, the Ankbot or whatever. So I wanted ones that were a little wider than my other ones. Like, my other ones used to be very circular.
See, I used to have a pair like what you're wearing right now. In fact, I still got them around here somewhere. Whenever I was doing, you know, I used to be in the web design, graphic design, and actually programming with CSS and C++, C-, and so on. But it got to the point to where I'd be sitting here, you know, typing on a keyboard. I'd look up, and I'd be looking through the glasses. I looked down to type at the keyboard, and I'd be looking under the glasses, and the transition repeatedly kept giving me headaches.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
So
I'm just saying, in my case, a lot of times if I'm reading a book or something, I'm holding it down here and I'm actually looking under my glasses.
yeah.
But you know, whatever works best for you.
And unlike you, I'm farsighted. I can put my hand out like this right here, and my fingertips are blurry if I didn't have my glasses
No,
on.
you're nearsighted.
Oh, that's nearsighted?
Yes.
You can
Oh,
see things
okay.
that are up close easily, but things further away.
Yes.
Yeah, that's nearsighted.
Yes.
That's what I am. Yeah.
Okay. I get things confused.
Yeah, I get it. I often say and actually my vision's gotten a lot worse in the last couple of years. I can take this off and still kind of read chat if I squint a little bit. If I kind of squint and lean in a little bit, now I can read chat. But
Yeah. I mean, like,
but
I've
then
got
again,
two screens.
I
I've got,
can't touch
this
my
here
monitor.
and then chat here. If I do this, all I'm seeing is just pixelated blocks for the chat.
Yeah, I understand.
And I mean that's like 2-3 feet from me.
The hardships of being disabled, right? Yeah. What are you gonna do?
No, we're not gonna touch that topic.
Okay, well let's get back to your
We'll
stream.
be
So
here
what
for
other
4 hours. to
what other
touch that
things
topic.
do you stream other than Warcraft? Like you said, Final Fantasy. Do you play Final Fantasy 14, the MMO?
Yes, 14. And on Xbox, I had 15. I actually tried streaming that a little bit, and I don't know, it didn't appeal to me. And then, I will say this, there was a lot of games that I had that I tried to stream that, quite honestly, I had no business streaming at the time because I was on a 1.5 megabyte per second connection.
Oof.
But yet, I still tried to do it. I still tried. And so, I mean, now we're sitting here, and I'm not going to say what my connection is, but let's just say we have no problems.
That's all I gotta say is it's nice. It's so much nicer.
It's like
Streaming or
totally
gaming,
awesome,
I couldn't
dude.
do crap.
Dude, I live in this tiny little cow town, right? Like, and when we finally had an alternative to Comcast, I jumped on it, and it's better, but I still have issues with it. And because we're way out in the middle of nowhere, anytime that they have downtime or issues, it's like, oh, we'll get someone out there in the next day or two. And it's like, do you understand? This is my business. This is all I do for income is stream. Like,
They don't care.
No, they don't.
They do not care.
Yeah.
All they care about is that they're getting your money every day, every month.
Let me just ban
Talking
Darth
about
Bex.
internet.
I just got to ban Darth Bex from chat real quick here as she brags about 1 gig connections. All right, there we go.
Okay. I'm going to just go ahead and knock her out of the water. I'm running 1 terabyte.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
Okay. Gee, thanks, honey.
I ain't gonna say we can afford something like that.
Yeah, I wish we
Well,
could.
I mean, in theory, my connection is supposed to be 250 megs down. I don't think I've ever gotten higher than like 200, roughly. You know?
We're actually running 200 meg with Time Warner Spectrum, and even though we're supposed to be getting about 200, we're getting excess of 220 to 250.
See, I had Comcast before I had the company I have now, and their plan was you can get up to 50 megabytes down. Never, never in a million years did I ever come close to anything above 10. It was ridiculous. And they're like, well, we said up to. We didn't guarantee 50. It's like, you rip-off bastard sons of bitches. The moment we were able to sign up for a different service, we did. And when they were installing it, they said, do you want me to leave the current cable line in? I'm like, no, cut the cord.
That sounds like a company that I used to have. In case you didn't hear it, CenturyLink.
Oh, I thought you were purposely coughing. I did.
Dude, these internet companies, they are the worst. I mean, and even the company I'm with now, they're so much better. But still, man, it's like they just don't get it. When my internet drops out in the middle of my stream,
when they have no competition at all, I mean, no competition. They're the only ones in that area. They're the only one service in that area, like CenturyLink was when I was on 1.5 meg, and I was supposedly supposed to be getting 10 plus meg. They don't care.
Nope. Dude, I've said Comcast a dozen times. It wasn't Comcast. The more I think about it, I think it was Time Warner Cable. For a year and a half, every time I'd call them, I'd be like, look, my wife and I were loyal people. We are brand loyal. If you take care of us, we will stick with you. We will pay these increasing fees. We just need it to work. Can you please get someone out here? Can you do something? Nope, we can't do anything. I'd be, okay, can you take some money off the bill? No, nope. And every month the bill is going up, going up, going up, going up. We were paying double what we pay now for literally 20% of the speed that I've got now. And so when we switched services and canceled, they're like, well, if you stay with us, we'll offer you, 3 months free and we'll reduce your bill by half. And this, I was, no, you had 18 months to try to keep our service. You had 18 months. For 18 months, every time I called, I said, if you can't help me, I'm leaving the instant I get a chance. For 18 months. I said, I made sure that the technicians or whoever I was talking to put memos on my account that said that I was leaving the second I get a chance because you guys weren't helping me. I go, look,
well,
I go, pull it up.
At least you didn't get led on for 15 years by Embark, a.k.a. CenturyLink, saying that, oh, we're upgrading the nets in your area so you can get faster speeds. Where I used to live was at my mom's, and she has a CenturyLink engineer that lives right up the road from her.
Well, next door.
Next door neighbor. Practically next door. And even she is disgraced at how they keep saying they're going to up the speed, but they're locked under 1.5 meg. And they're paying the exact same price that we're paying.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. These companies, they just don't give a damn. But the best part was when I called and, to cancel the service, and I told them this. I said, go ahead and look at the memos on my account. How many memos are there where I said I was canceling the second if you guys don't help me and never gonna help? And I hear clack, 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 and the woman there online goes, there's a few. I'm like, yeah, there's a few. Goodbye. Boop. It was so satisfying.
Yeah.
So satisfying. Oh, poor Locke.
I felt the same way once we finally got rid of CenturyLink and their craptastic internet, because was finally able to get actually speeds to what we needed, because me and my wife we both play games. Hell, we play games together. We play WoW together, Final Fantasy together. We even play some other games on Steam like Empyrean Galactic Survival. And
I don't play that one, you know that.
Well, you haven't played, you tried, it gave you a headache on your laptop. You haven't tried it on this computer yet.
Surprised if it would give me
but, I mean, we have options. Shoot, dude, I even got her into H1Z1 Just Survive there at one point in time.
STO,
and
STO.
We just could not do it.
Mm-hmm.
It got to the point where, like me, if I'm eating dinner, I like to watch a movie. And if I was watching Netflix, she could not do anything online at that time.
If you were on Xbox, I couldn't do anything online.
Now, I'll be sitting here on Xbox, downloading on the computer, and she'll be playing whatever, and it's just like...
It's fine.
What?
It's just fine.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay. No lie, cool.
Yeah, man. It is a wonderful thing when you can just get that change, get that shift over from what you should be getting, and being able to say to a company, well, bye, I'm getting what I deserve now, see ya. It's just a wonderful thing. And the problem the thing that really kills me is, as I mentioned, I spent so much time fighting with Time Warner, and I'm like, the average person wouldn't do this. The average person wouldn't spend this many hours on the phone with them. Like, the average person would just go, whatever, I don't have time for this. You know what I mean? But since it was like, hey, this is something I need for streaming, I need this. You know.
Oh, I tried that with CenturyLink because back then I was a graphic designer. I tried to do web design and graphic design from home since, I mean, I am a... You can't tell it by looking at me, but I do have disabilities that prevent me from actually being able to do public jobs. My wife is the one who actually works the public jobs. I'm a stay-at-home father. I'm not going to go into details, but, I mean, if you look at me physically, you wouldn't be able to tell it.
Locke brings up loyalty doesn't pay in terms of goods and services. Well, I think the problem goes deeper than that. It's that they don't care about what happens beyond the current fiscal quarter. Like,
exactly.
They're not going to give you a break this month because that's going to affect this quarter. And you saying you're going to leave a year from now or 6 months from now, it's like, well, that's a problem for 6 months from now. You know, I think that's really the bigger problem.
The one company I used to have was a satellite broadband. I'm telling you right now, never go with satellite broadband. They have hidden policies. HughesNet. I went with them one point in time thinking, okay, that's going to be better. No. Storm comes up. Whatever. I told them one day, if they didn't get rid of their fair access policies, which I did not agree to, but they enforced on me anyways, that I was going to right then and there literally disconnect the service, rip up their equipment, and send it to them in pieces. I did that. I never heard from them again.
Occasional letters.
Oh, yeah, occasional letter years later. Oh, yeah, this. I call them up. I don't owe you nothing. I sent you your equipment. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
No.
Don't hear from them again for a while. Leave that alone.
Well, when I canceled Time Warner, they tried to send me a bill saying we hadn't returned their equipment. I said, come and get it. They're like, well, you have to return it to our thing. I go, listen, you can either send someone to come collect it, or you can send me a box that's postage paid and I'll send it back to you. Or if I drive up there, I'm going to drive up there and wing it through the window. It's up to you. And they're like, all right, we're going to send you a box. And I was like, yeah, you probably get that threat a lot, don't you? Hi, Sky.
You got a wave? You got a wave? You got a wave, or am I going to throw you over my shoulder? You want me to put you down? Okay, right here, I'll put you down. I'll put you down. I'll put you down. I'll put you down.
Well, she is quite the little wiggly worm, but that's what 3-year-olds are.
I told you were going to have a special star on here tonight besides me. And
you know, I wish that Bex, are you getting the uterus
how about
tingles?
me?
I think Darth Bex is getting the uterine tingles. Uterine tingles. Sky, can you do this?
Tickly fingers? Can you do tickly fingers?
Yes. There you go. There you go.
Okay. Come on. Go to mama. Whee.
She's adorable.
Yeah.
So how long have you been streaming for? This is rough. Ballpark it. It's not meant to be a tough question.
Question is how long I've been streaming for? A year and a half? 2?
Really, you've only been really active.
Seriously streaming since for a year.
Okay.
But I'd say, you know, before we got here, I'd say it was off and on, or at least trying to, for about 6 months prior. Especially with me constantly nagging Satoshi Phoenix, trying to get all the information. What program? How do I do this? How do I do that? How do I configure this? Yeah.
Locke's like, how long have you been a streamer for? I'm a streamer? See, okay. So there is nothing wrong with streaming just as a hobby because it's something you enjoy. So the head moderator of the Proper Nerds Discord is Loina. He streams as a hobby. I wouldn't consider him a streamer. He goes live sort of, you know, when he feels like it. And that's fine, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But I think then the next step up is setting a schedule and trying to stream on a regular basis and trying to sort of build connections and network. And then you build up to affiliate. And then, of course, the dream goal is hit partner and start making money, doing that full time.
Yeah, and I mean, that was, my goal there at one point in time. But I actually did get qualified for affiliate, but I can't get that sub button up there yet because of the simple fact that I don't have minutes on this. So I can't do the two-step authentication because they use a very crappy two-step authentication program called Authy that actually caused me to get locked out of another Twitch account that I had prior to this one.
Well, I know that you can download the Authy app for Google Chrome. There's an extension. So I never use my phone whenever I have to authenticate. I just boot up Google Chrome and use the Authy extension through
Really?
Google Chrome.
Because when, I was just looking at it a little bit earlier, it asked me for a phone number.
Well, I did put in that. I mean, technically it's on my phone as well, but I'm just saying, if minutes or whatever are an issue, there's another way to do it that you never have to use your phone. So, just saying.
Okay, just right quick. Is it just me, or has your camera froze up?
It's just you.
Okay.
So hopefully it'll pop back out for you in a minute here. I don't know why, but yeah, everything looks fine on this end. So
there it goes.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'll tell you there was a great video that Lassane linked in the Proper Nerds Discord a little while ago, and it was from a very popular, very big YouTuber named Boogie, and it's how to be successful on YouTube or Twitch in 2018. And it is an excellent video. He breaks down a couple different things and why those things are important, but the two things that really stuck out to me that are very, very important are consistency. So you want to have a schedule and you want to stick to that schedule, and you want to try to be doing something every day if you can. For me, that's not realistic. I actually did have it to where I could do that at one point in time. But her work schedule, once we moved here, it was just 7 o'clock this morning, 9 o'clock that morning. It was just all over the place. So it was really so chaotic. When she come home, I was ready to go to bed. Yeah. Well,
and then I'd get up when she went to work, and it's just I didn't have time to, and I couldn't keep a schedule. At least now that chaos is starting to die down, so I can literally start to do, more so of a schedule. But there's also the factor in I'm a father.
Yeah.
That doesn't end.
Well, I'm going to say this to you, and please don't take this as any form of discouragement. It's not. It's the exact opposite of discouragement. But not everyone can be a full-time streamer. So what you got to do is you got to figure out how the hobby of streaming works into your life, which is vastly more important, right?
Your feet are on stream.
And that's I didn't even notice that. Good spot. I don't think that's a violation of the Twitch terms of service, but you never know. I think that's fine.
Hey.
Myris is here, so he'll be happy to report my stream if that's a...
No, I don't think we got to worry about him. He was actually looking forward to this because of my voice.
Because of your deep manly voice. Jalaris says the feet was the first thing I noticed upon booting up the stream.
Jalaris is here.
Oh, hi, Josh.
His feet was the first thing you noticed, or he noticed.
Oh, really, Josh? Really, Josh?
Jalaris is another one of my little minions.
The little minions.
He's our
Dead Zish, Jalaris, and
Scarab.
I don't know how Scarab's going to react to this, but I call him my minion. I call him my bastard child.
Yeah,
there's a couple of other ones floating around somewhere.
This is our Canuck.
I'm trying to think who would my I think if I have any minions, the only person I would consider a minion, and he would vehemently disagree, would be Loina. That'd be
I
about
called
it.
I called them my minions because of the simple fact that if I'm gonna commit a crime, video game style, they're gonna be the people I know to have my back. I'm gonna tell you right now, if life was a video game and we become a psycho kill squad, there'd be no one left.
Jolara says there's too much work for that, though. That's way too much work.
Oh, definitely.
Loin is British. Yes, the British. They make excellent servants. I'm told. I mean, isn't that what everyone wants? Everyone wants an English butler. Yes, Master Wayne. Right away, Master Wayne.
And I'll say this: he'll never admit it, but Myris is my minion too.
Well,
He'll never admit
Myris
it, but he is my minion as well.
You're a cyber stalker, though.
See, I think of Myris more along the lines of that creepy neighbor who works out in his garage way too late, and you're like, what is he doing in his garage?
Put the camera on you.
I mean, that's the way I look at Myris. He seems like you look out your blinds, you're like, it's 3 a.m. Is he welding? What is he doing? That's the way I look at Myris. It's just me personally.
Yeah, either way, I got much love for all of them.
Yeah, well, that's my favorite thing that has come out of the year plus that I've been streaming is some of the friendships I've made. And unfortunately, when I first started streaming, I used to do exclusively late night streams, like starting at 8 o'clock. And people like Katie the Turtle, who were regulars and I made great friendships with, when I then switched to daytime as my stream time, they're asleep. They're not around. And you got to, that's been one of the few things I regretted.
I'll also say this, I called them my minions, but if it hadn't been for, like I said, Satoshi Phoenix and Myersburg and Jalaris and Jet Black Scarab and, you, Rhev.
I am not your minion, sir.
Dead Zish. Actually, when I come across you and you made me that UI, I was actually at wit's end. I was about ready to just give up streaming altogether.
Well, I'm glad you did.
But because of all of them and you and, pretty much the community, that's what's kept me going.
I'm glad to hear it, man. And you know what? That's what we try to do in the Proper Nerds. We go, look, you can come at this and you've got friends, you've got support. Just get in the Discord and make friends and talk to people. Go in, watch their streams for a while, check them out, meet them, get to know them, they'll get to know you. Then when you need something, you've got friends. You can't jump into the sea of Twitch, and I know this because I made this mistake. I jumped into Twitch thinking I could just jump in and just, I'll figure it out. No, you can't go it alone.
I made that mistake too.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just going to jump in. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm just going to jump in.
Yeah. Yeah, there. Someone just in Discord earlier today someone just said in Discord earlier today, I spent a lot of time looking around at Twitch communities trying to find a good community to join before I really started getting into this because I knew I wanted to have, someone have my back so I wasn't just jumping in blind. I'm like, well, I would. Like, yeah, that's smart. I wish I had done that. Now, I was lucky in the sense that I found Team MZ very early on, and as soon as I had that community around me, things got a lot easier, things got a lot smoother. It felt like I had a support system. But man, some people just get in and they're like, well, I'm just going to turn on my camera and go, and then no one shows up in their streams, and they're like, how do I do this?
TE didn't quite work that way for me. I mean, yeah, I learned a few things, It kind of did get me some networking going, but I actually felt alone and like, what am I doing here? How do I do this? And then, like I said, I come across you and got into the Proper Nerds and things just picked up from there. And I hope it picks up from there. And I mean, people, if they go to my videos, they're probably going to hear me and my friends and my wife. We're constantly sitting there, acting like we're trying to kill each other verbally, but we're actually just bullshitting and having fun. That's one of the things, with these new guidelines that they come out with, I'm worried about them because of the simple fact that me and my friends, we let loose, we have fun, we cut the shit, so to say, and
We dish it out and take it
we
right back.
we don't try to offend anybody, but we're afraid it's going to happen. You know, we just have fun, and that's what I want my stream to be about, a place where people can just come watch in the background, or even jump in my Discord and actually chat with me and just bullshit around with me.
Well, I'm going to say something just because, and I'm actually more addressing Locke, but also you too, because you said, you know, you felt alone in Team MZ. And one thing that people don't realize about that community, and dude, to an extent, also proper nerds, it's, you can't just plunk the community in as one of your 3 communities and expect something to happen. What it is it's a network. So where proper nerds might be a small coffee shop, you know, Team MZ is a shopping mall, and it's full of people. And you have to go into that coffee shop, and you have to go into that shopping mall and walk around and see who else is out there. And if you like what someone else is doing, go, hey, how's it going? And start talking to them. And you have to take that first step. You know, first you have to get into the mall or get into the coffee shop. Then you have to start talking to people. Then you have to build a friendship. Like, it doesn't just being like, oh yeah, I live down the road from that coffee shop doesn't do anything for you. Or just walking in the coffee shop and then standing quietly and not doing anything doesn't do anything for you. So I think that's the problem that a lot of people make with Team MZ, is they think that it's some sort of cult of personality. Like Locke says, oh, it's a cult of personality for Emma. And I can see how people feel that way, but I never approached it that way.
I didn't feel that way. I basically, I felt like, you know, it's a lot of people. They've been streaming a lot longer than I have. Maybe I can actually learn something here. And the reason I felt alone is because going in, I let them know I was new. And I was like, oh yeah, what help? Maybe 1-2 streams had come in. Oh, you need to fix your mic. Yeah. And that would be it.
Well, you know, I mean, there's a lot more to that. I wish we'd sort of gotten into this a little earlier, because we are actually just about out of time here. I think it's a matter of opinion. I think some people, like me, have gotten quite a lot out of the team, and then other people like you and Locke just felt like totally all alone. And I don't think either of those opinions is wrong. I think it's your personal experience is different than mine. You know, and I'm glad that we give you a different experience than the proper nerds. I'm so happy that you have a much different experience in that. Now, I don't know if you know how we end up our stream, but it is past 9 o'clock, so we do got to wrap it up here. But just real quick, what I'm going to say is, everyone's watching, thank you so much for tuning in. Please stay tuned for the next 4 minutes, because what we're going to do is we're going to do a thing, then we're going to say goodnight, and then we're going to drop a host bomb on someone. After we drop a host bomb, go over, say hello, show them a little love, toss them a follow, or not, it's up to you, but I would recommend, you know, just being a little friendly. That's the way we like to end the stream. Hopefully, Rain, you do not know what this thing is we do, because it's always so much more fun when the person doesn't know. Have you watched the Rhev Palaver? Do you know how we end our streams?
I've caught a couple of them, but I've never caught the end. I caught the end of it one time, and it was like,
oh, good. No, this is
the last word or
Yes,
something
that's
like
it.
that.
We're going to give our guest, ReignUnleashed, who you can see at twitch.tv/ReignUnleashed. If you haven't already, please go ahead and give him a follow. The man's fantastic. He's a great family man. You can see his daughter Sky on his stream sometimes, so it's a lot of fun. Make sure you toss this man a follow. He's absolutely worth it, checking out, worth your time. So we're going to give ReignUnleashed the last word, and then we're going to say goodnight and drop a host bomb on someone. Rain, what's the last word?
Kusraba.
Kusraba. All right, good night, everyone.
Rhev is logging out of the system. Please stand by for a raid on another Twitch streamer. Establishing connection now. Please hold.